Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Bradley here, and it's time for the Speak Free Books Entertainment Wrap-Up presented by BuffBoyBrewing.com.
JB's Entertainment Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by BuffBoyBrewing.com. Need your daily or hourly fix of fresh-flavored coffee? Check out Buff Boy Brewing Company for unique blends from around the world. International tastes with the finest roasts at BuffBoyBrewing.com. Here's what's making news this September 23rd. By now you've heard the Jimmy Kimmel suspension is over. So for all those people who are calling it a cancellation and saying Jimmy Kimmel Live was off the air for good, Trump, turns out you were wrong. Now, as we talked about yesterday, there were rumblings that talks between ABC and Kimmel's lawyers were ongoing Thursday and Friday. Plus, given that the show's staff was still being paid this week, also something we talked about yesterday, it seemed to indicate the show was not dead after all. Now, we know it's back tonight, but maybe not everywhere in the country. More on that in a second. Disney said, "We made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show." Now, that might be because the company's stock lost 3.5% in value. Oh, and that over 400 celebs signed an open letter supporting free speech and condemning Disney's actions. On that letter, Jennifer Aniston, Jason Bateman, Robert De Niro, Jane Fonda, Selena Gomez, Tom Hanks, Olivia Rodrigo, Ben Stiller, Jamie Lee Curtis, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Michael Keaton, Regina King, Natalie Portman, Martin Short, Kerry Washington, just a few names. Now, finally speaking out was the cast of The View on Monday. The table of talkers was quiet last week, avoiding the subject altogether. Whoopi Goldberg said on Monday, "Did y'all really think we weren't going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel? I mean, have you watched the show over the last 29 seasons? No one silences us." While they talked about the president and the FCC in the drama, they noticeably didn't say anything about ABC's move, right? They didn't have anything bad to say about their employer, which is really what the story was about. Goldberg gave this excuse: "When the news broke last week about Jimmy Kimmel's suspension, we took a breath to see if Jimmy was going to say anything about it first." So he hasn't still, but they went ahead anyway. Weird, right? Anyway, Kimmel might not be seen across the country tonight. Because this story changes by the hour, we just don't know. But Sinclair, one of the broadcast companies that pulled Kimmel's show, responded to ABC's revival. Quote, "Beginning Tuesday night, Sinclair will be preempting Jimmy Kimmel Live across our ABC affiliate stations and replacing it with news programming." I should note that they aired reruns of Celebrity Family Feud last week. Now, they also don't realize that people are just going to go to YouTube, social media, watch it wherever they can, so I'm not sure that threat really has as much clout these days. Sinclair added, "Discussions with ABC are ongoing as we evaluate the show's potential return." See, here's the thing. Again, if you're not giving viewers what they want, they're just going to go elsewhere. So I suspect the show will run across the stations tonight, but what do I know? We'll see. Celebs also quickly reacted to the news of Kimmel's return. Ellen DeGeneres said, "Cannot wait to hear Jimmy Kimmel's monologue." Alyssa Milano said, "Protest matters, use your voice." Rosie O'Donnell said, "The sun will come out tomorrow, Jimmy Kimmel Live." Piers Morgan said, "So Kimmel wasn't canceled by Trump or the FCC after all, but temporarily suspended by his employer because they thought what he said was ill-timed and insensitive." Howard Stern said, "When the government says I'm not pleased with you, so we're going to orchestrate a way to silence you, it's the wrong direction for our country. It isn't good. You can't support this kind of move. I don't care whether you like Jimmy or not. It's about freedom of speech." And Mark Hamill said, "Meltdown on Truth Social in 5, 4, 3, 2, referring to a reaction from Trump. That's a check of your celebrity headlines for this Tuesday, September 23rd. I'm back tomorrow right here on the Speak Free Books Entertainment Wrap-Up, presented by BuffBoyBrewing.com. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.
For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise. And you surely feel naughty when you swallow